Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
The last thing you want to hear when you need your auto insurance most is a robot with countless irrelevant menu options. Which is why with USAA Auto Insurance, you'll get great service that is easy and reliable, all at the touch of a button. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA. Hilton brings you new ways to stay, with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you are listening to High School Hoops with our hosts, Steve Collins and Jake Steger.
All right, welcome to High School Hoops. Welcome to the world. It feels like we're in a movie right now, Jake. Doesn't it?
It really does.
I swear to God, there's times it's like I'll take my late afternoon nap, and it's like I should just be getting home from work kind of thing, and it's like because I'm staying up late, and it's like, oh my goodness.
Not for me though. My kids are in a full routine. I got my daughter who's 6 now, being able to give my son a bath, change his diaper. I mean, seriously,
you're good.
I know. I work out every day. I do yoga. I weight lift 4 days a week, and then I do yoga 3 days a week. So I'm just in a mad routine that, thank goodness for Bluetooth speakers and audiobooks, man, because I am just flying through audiobooks all the time.
Oh, they're really good. I know. I have 3 credits. I have 3 credits sitting in my Audible right now. I gotta go get some new ones.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. So before we jump into our topic, let's give a big shout out to our sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish. Go over and check them out. They're the only company that basically built a home shooting machine. If there is not a world pandemic is the reason you should buy one right now. Like, swear to God, mention High School Hoops. They'll give you $350 off. Can't imagine. And you know what? If we hear little voices in the background, that's okay. We can see Jake shushing here. And
my kids are camping in the living room tonight, so that's okay. All
right, so that's the first thing. Second thing is make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. By the time you get this up, I already have the course up. I was talking to Jake about it. I can't find my notes. But I basically broke the off-season workout into 3. Oh, here it is. Off-season workout into 3 things: players, coach, and team. So I have 3 different courses. One is like, how is the player dealing with this off-season? Skill work, film work, mindfulness, notebook, becoming better, all that. And I did that with coaches. I did it with teams. Unbelievable. Very proud of it. That's what happens when you have a quarantine. It's very good.
I'm just finishing up a course right now of Google Classroom, which you can be able to create a warehouse to be able to navigate with players, coaches, and team throughout that whole thing. So,
and you were asking about Google Classroom. You don't have to have a school email to do Google Classroom. You don't.
You only if you're the administrator. So like if you're the person that is leading it, you have to have a Google account. But like
but you don't have to have a school one. Someone had told me that you had to have a school one, like a .k12.w whatever.
No,
you don't.
True.
No, you do have to Google if you're going to run it. You're right. So that's the second thing. And then the third one is we have for April, for a couple episodes here in April, we have a new sponsor. It's VO. Do you even know what VO is, Jake? I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Vimo or VO?
VEO.
I'm going to say I have no idea.
Okay. So it's an international. I'll let you look it up. There'll be a discount code down below for VO, but it is basically an affordable, easy solution for recording your games. So you know how Huddle and all those things have it on the wall?
Yeah.
So VO basically comes in this little box. You take it with you. You put it on a tripod. You hit record on your phone, and it records. Follows the ball, does everything. It's crazy. Yeah. And at 180 degrees. So if the game – so this is the problem I've had a little bit with Huddle is if the ball goes too fast from one side to the other, it loses it.
Yeah.
And this always records 180 degrees. So that's half of a circle for those of you that aren't math teachers. So they will ship it. It's from Europe, but they'll ship it to you, give you $100 off. Use Coach Collins 100 off. And if you go to veo.co/Coach Collins, that's my name, Coach Collins, you can see what it's all about. It's a good deal. I mean, again, yeah. I got another one coming on too. I'll give a big shout out to Ladder. Have you heard of Ladder?
Nope.
I got my son on Ladder right now too. So Ladder is LeBron James and Arnold Schwarzenegger started. It's like a supplemental thing for like for post-workout, pre-workouts. It's pretty cool. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. One big advertisement. That's what high school hoops is. One big advertisement. That's what happens when we're not working.
We're trying to provide substance since we don't really have a lot to talk about right now.
We don't.
Actually.
Okay. So, all right. So what's the topic today? Episode 88 here.
As we continue to talk, we're trying to keep everything as current as we can because there's really not much we can do. Side note, me and Steve, when we talk about topics and stuff, we try to be relevant, but also to see what's the best topics right now for you that you can be able to utilize. And I came up with this topic this week, and is like the hiring process for 2020 right now in regards to hiring, whether you're looking to hire a coach yourself as being a head coach at a high school program, or looking to get that next desirable job, high school job, because a lot of coaches are always looking to better themselves or go to a different place. And right now it seems, I've been looking from a Wisconsin standpoint, it just seems like everything's kind of on a halt right now.
Are you applying anywhere? Are you looking?
No, I'm just
okay.
trying to see. Just trying to see.
Verona job's open. You and I could coach against each other. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, they got a brand new high school. There's some nice possibilities there, but I like to see what's happening, what's the current trend, just for even our podcast of what's the current trend, what's happening in the state of Wisconsin. Nothing has been really posted since the last couple of days. They've been the same posts over and over, the same positions. Normally at this point in the year already, you have about 40 to 50 different postings already. And I'm well aware of other postings that have been posted. So it just seems like right now everybody's on a halt. What I think is going to happen is that once this kind of sinks in, there's going to be a mad rush of hiring for coaches. And, I don't know how.
So I think so. So for anybody that's listening to this, I'm not sure if it's former or wannabe high school coaches or high school coaches that listen to this. Who knows? It's all over the world that listens to it. But I think this. So again, once every 100 years, this is a world pandemic happens. Last time people were literally getting ready to go off. World War I was happening. So this is not a normal occurrence. So I think if someone that's looking for a job, you have to start thinking outside the box. You really do. I think in a normal situation, I wouldn't tell you to work back channels. I don't necessarily would tell you to call people. I wouldn't necessarily tell you to, but I think this is a point where you got to call, contact. You got to use every channel you can to put your face out in front of people that are doing the hiring. Because sometimes you can be a nuisance and they'll be like, why is this guy emailing me 3 times in a week? But I think this is a different world. I know I look at my inbox differently than I did 3 weeks ago. Because I'm having students email me all the time, which is great. I want them to, because it's one of the ways that we can connect. So I think you have to have all the stuff. You have to have all a portfolio is even more important than it was probably 3 weeks ago. Like, you better have everything spelled out, because they might not be able to sit you in a room and do a podcast or do an interview with you. They might have to do a Zoom like this.
I would say that that's what it's going to end up being.
Right. So you got to make yourself stand. Everybody, I hope you're enjoying that. Make sure you go over and join teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. You get all sorts of great resources over there. Make sure you subscribe and like. But more importantly, let's give a big shout out to our sponsor, VEO. It is a portable, easy-to-use solution for recording. It's got this AI software technology that basically allows you, it never misses. it gets 180 degrees. Like I said before, it's half of a circle. It never misses. You don't have to worry about your manager being on his or her phone. You don't have to worry about, maybe the one you have mounted in your gym that doesn't move quite fast enough. This will get everything 180 degrees. It's affordable. It's easy to set up. So go over and check it out, vo.co.com/unplugged, and type in unplugged 100 off, and they'll give you $100 off your purchase. It will definitely be worth every penny that you spend on it. So go over and check that out. Let me know if you have any questions, and let's head off. So you got to make yourself stand out. Like,
yeah, and also think about what questions they're going to ask. They're going to ask questions about what's going on right now.
Right. How are you going to handle the summer? How are you going to, yeah.
So I think that you also have to think about what you're stepping into. What makes you the most qualified based on this situation? How well are you with technology? How well are you communicating with others? Do you have a plan in place? I think that people are not just going to look for people with experience. They're going to be looking for people that have a set plan of a 3 to 4 year plan of how they're going to get this program from point A to point B. They need somebody.
Right.
They're really looking for people like that. They're not just looking for somebody with experience. Because I'm going to be honest with you, everybody's got experience. It's going to be what your vision and what you can do in this current situation that I think is going to.
Let's be real. There might not be a basketball season. I think there will be. But let's be real. That's a possibility. Like, if I would have told you this was going to happen 6 months ago, you would have figured out what psychiatric ward can we put Steve in. Like, if I'd have told you that this was going to happen, you'd have said, "Are you crazy?" Well, I don't know if the fall season is going to happen. I definitely don't think the spring season is going to happen. I don't know if the winter season is going to happen. Maybe this thing. Maybe the bug, changes. Maybe who knows what can happen. So I think all of those things are possibilities. So I think you're right. I think your outline and what you're going to do in your portfolio and how you're going to go about tackling it is more important than it was. I think I've lost very few interviews that I've actually sat across from somebody and had an interview. I've lost very few jobs because I have a lot of energy. I can convey my love and my, the things that I want to do. You lose that in this when you do it online, when you do it via Zoom. There's a human touch. I know when I got the job at Memorial, I was working on my I was just finishing up my grad school stuff at Dartmouth, and the principal that hired me wanted me to do it on a call like this, and I said, "No, I'm flying home." I wanted the job badly. I said, I'm flying home because I wanted to sit in that room and convey what my plan was for my class and to maybe be eventually be the head coach. I wanted to convey that in person. So that's where I think all those other things are really important for people that are applying for jobs right now.
Yeah. So even if you need to think outside the box and do like a video recording of a slideshow.
Yes.
I think that is.
Or even show, here's the workout. Here's the workouts I would do for the kids. Here's how I would set up the Google Classroom for them. Here's how I would interact with them. Shoot, if you follow me on TikTok, I started TikTok to connect with my classes. I literally started it the week of I knew that something was coming down. I literally started it. And I've been doing 1 or 2 a day. I do my life lessons on there. I do some funny stuff. And I do that because they're on there. I'm trying to connect with them. So they see it and they see me and that I'm still here and they can laugh at Coach Collns trying to dance and whatever. I don't care.
I also think it's about how you're going to stand out, because I think in the digital world, we're all kind of look the same with when it looks just something that's on a document.
Yeah.
I think whether it's your video, whether it's a slideshow, your presentation, how you do things is going to stand out. I literally could see somebody designing something and really standing out and even getting video testimonials from other players that have been coached by you, or all those different things. Really,
well, I think it's also getting rid of the noise. Like, there's a lot of noise in the world we live in. I think one of my life lessons yesterday was unplug, go for a walk, hear the birds. It's okay. It's the same thing. It's like all this noise. Well, I'm telling you, the person that's going to hire you for the job, especially at the high school level, feels like their head is going to explode right now. I'm telling you. because they're worried about sports being canceled. They're worried about all this stuff. They're worried about online. All that stuff is way down the pecking order for them. They're worried about, like, how is the school going to function? How is the community going to function? And my coach is going to get paid? All that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I think that's a big issue moving forward. And who knows? The hiring might not happen to June or July. The summer might be over by the time they get to the hiring. So how are you going to come into that interview and say you didn't have a summer to get them ready? Maybe you're going to get hired in September and have to take the team over like I did. I got hired.
And that might happen for a lot of people.
Right.
Even that's at that standpoint, because I feel like once information comes out, there's going to be just a huge plethora of postings all at once. It isn't going to be this a little job, 2 or 3 posted this day, 2 or 3 posted that day. It's going to be, all right, here's the verdict. This is what's going to happen. And there's going to be a mad rush. And it's about then determining what are the right jobs for you, because you can't apply for every one of them either.
Yep.
So that'll be another thing, is how selective will you be, because all of them are, in my opinion, are going to be posted at the same time, and you're going to have to make decisions.
Well, I bet in our state it'll be like a big pop. They'll all just drop
Boom.
at the same time. It's
Yep.
like, holy crap. So this is where you got to work your coaching friends' angles and figure out which ones are going to, because which ones are going to open. I'm not quitting, so mine will not be opening unless I get fired. I don't know. Jeremy's listening to this. Let me know if I'm getting fired. But anyway, all right. Do we have a full time out?
Fully prepared for full time out. So
Okay.
if now these haven't happened, let's see here. What's one? If you could describe your typical open gym, what would it look like?
You mean open gym where they're just playing?
Yeah.
Short, because I can't handle it, because it's horrible. The amount of open gyms I've had is the opposite of what's happening with COVID-19. You know how COVID-19 is going up?
Yeah.
Well, it'd be like the other side of the curve, hopefully, that we're coming down, is my number of open gyms. I can't handle it. I'm worried about people getting hurt. There's no D being played. It's like, go to the park if you want to do this. They play 3 hard games and then they're done. I'm sounding like an old fart, but it's true. It's true. They don't get anything out of it. No one gets any out. The good players are.
Can I ask a side question into that then? Because I've been reading this book. It's about a girl soccer player named Carly Lloyd, and she talked about how when she was younger, her ability to be able to play with friends just in freestyle open games really helped her develop and see the floor. Do you think that really happens in the game of basketball?
Do I think that playing with friends helps you see the floor?
Like free play and just allowing yourself.
I think the free play is awesome. I just can't. I personally I think it's great for them. I think it's great for team bonding. I think it's all of that. Don't have any false sense that they're getting any better. They might be getting in shape. They're having fun. Some kids, the percentage that are getting better is pretty small.
I always, when I was coaching high school, the cool thing was that our gym, our weight room was right next to in the actual gym. So it was on a stage complex. So I was either working out while they were playing basketball.
Right. I'm usually doing work. I'm working on T-chips. You're right.
I'm doing something, because if you're going to watch and try to evaluate open gym, you're gonna take the fun out of it. You need to just allow your kids to have the fun with it, and just be thankful that they're in the gym.
Yes. Have a realistic expectation. And I'm always doing something. If I don't have anything to do, then I'm just I should actually just run around the gym while they're doing it. That'd be actually.
Yeah, I've done inventory. I literally everything. I just need to do something, or I'll make myself go crazy.
Right, because you're going, they're not setting screens, and it's like, well, no.
Oh my God, what are they running right now?
It's June 18th, and they're just.
Why the heck
playing.
is my 6'5" guy bringing up the ball? This is stupid. Why is the 5'10" guy setting a ball screen for the 6'8" guy? This is stupid. This is ridiculous.
That is true, though. They're
just dumb high school kids. But in a sense, it's really about those high school kids having fun with the game and so forth, and it goes above X's and O's when it comes to open gym.
It is. Hey, before I forget, everyone stop the car, stop the treadmill, subscribe, and leave a review. We love the reviews. I read every one of them. Jake reads every one of them. So go leave a review. Doesn't cost you a cent. It's not like joining ttroops.com, which you should do, but it's free. It doesn't cost anything, and it really does mean a lot to us, and it means a lot to – we'd like this to grow as big as Coach Unplugged as far as downloads go, and it's not. So obviously we've niched down a little bit because it's talking about high school basketball, which I get, or niche down. But go subscribe. Most of you have probably subscribed already, but you can leave a review. Scroll down on iTunes. Leave a 5-star. If you're going to leave a 2-star, then skip over it and don't do it. But
yeah, don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time. All right. Until next week. See ya.
All right.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/PODKATZ12. Just go to Indeed.com/PODKATZ12 right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.